Welcome to the first episode of the Middle East conflict, Unraveling Centuries of War. In this series, we'll explore the deep historical roots of one of the world's most long-standing and complex conflicts. Today, we begin our journey in ancient times, exploring the origins of the Israel-Palestine conflict, a story that spans millennia and has shaped the destinies of nations. The region we now know as Israel and Palestine holds a central place in the history of humanity, particularly for Jews, Christians, and Muslims. Over 3,000 years ago, this area was home to ancient Israelite tribes who founded the kingdoms of Israel and Judah. Jerusalem, located at the heart of this region, became the political and religious center for the Jewish people. According to biblical tradition, around the 10th century BCE, King David established Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, and his son Solomon built the first temple, solidifying its religious importance for Jews. This city would later become a battleground for empires and faiths. However, the kingdom of Israel's glory days were short-lived. In the 6th century BCE, the Babylonians under King Nebuchadnezzar destroyed the first temple and forced the Jews into exile in Babylon. This event is central to Jewish identity, marking the first significant diaspora. Fast forward several centuries, and we find the region under Roman control. In 70 CE, after a Jewish rebellion against Roman rule, the Romans destroyed the Second Temple, further scattering the Jewish population. This marked the beginning of a long period where the Jewish people lived in exile, though many still considered Jerusalem their spiritual home. As the centuries passed, another faith emerged from the region: Christianity. Jerusalem, where Jesus is believed to have been crucified and resurrected, became a key city for Christians, further adding to its religious significance. Then, in the 7th century, a new force arose: Islam. Led by the Prophet Muhammad, Muslim armies quickly expanded, and by 638 CE, they had captured Jerusalem. For Muslims, this city became a sacred site due to its connection to Muhammad's night journey, enshrined by the Dome of the Rock. By now, Jerusalem had become one of the most important cities for the three major monotheistic religions: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. This overlapping religious importance laid the groundwork for future struggles over control of the city and its surrounding lands. Even today, the Western Wall, the last remaining part of the Second Temple, stands as Judaism's holiest site. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre marks the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus, making it one of the most sacred sites in Christianity. Meanwhile, the Dome of the Rock remains a powerful symbol of Islam, where Muslims believe Muhammad ascended to heaven. For centuries, this land was conquered and reconquered by various empires: Assyrians, Babylonians, Persians, Romans, and Byzantines, all of whom left their mark. With each conquest, the region's demographics shifted, but Jerusalem remained a focal point of religious and political power. Following the Roman destruction of the Second Temple, many Jews were dispersed throughout the Roman Empire and beyond. Over the next 1,900 years, Jews lived in exile across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East, often facing persecution. Despite this, their connection to Jerusalem remained strong, with prayers for a return to Zion becoming a central theme in Jewish culture. By the time we reached the early Middle Ages, the region we now call Israel and Palestine had become a melting pot of cultures, religions, and political aspirations. It was a crossroads between East and West, and the land was frequently caught in the power struggles of surrounding empires. As we've seen, the roots of today's conflict stretch back thousands of years, long before the modern political boundaries were drawn. In our next episode, we'll explore how the rise of Islam and the Christian Crusades further shaped the region and laid the groundwork for future conflicts. Thank you for watching the first episode of the Middle East conflict, Unraveling Centuries of War. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next episode. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about the ancient history of this region and its role in today's conflict? Let's keep the conversation going.